Okay, so tonight is probably the third time this week we've had a clear forecast, and the skies look like they're living up to it. So what I'm going to try to do, since it's galaxy season, is try and bag as many galaxies as I can. And to do that, over here, in about an hour's time, there's an area of the sky that contains about 1,000 galaxies. And we're going to try and bag as many as we can in the field of view. The area is known as the Coma Cluster, and it's in Coma Berenices. So let's see how we get on. Okay, so a little bit about the Coma Cluster. Well, it's the main part of the cluster contains about 1,000 galaxies in again an approximately 1.5 degree area of the sky in the constellation of Coma Berenices. The mean or average distance of the galaxies is about 320 million light years away, so a phenomenal distance out there. Okay, so let's try and image it. Well, had a huge load of problems this evening. The mount wouldn't track for ages. I spent the last hour and a half getting the damn thing to track. Fingers crossed it seems to be okay now. We've got some tracking working. We've got some it looks like the guiding's going okay. We're going for the Coma Cluster. Fingers crossed, let's just see what happens. On we go. So it's a beautiful clear night out there tonight, for once. It's 1:20 now. The mount's continuing to behave for the time being. Oh, it was just, I don't know what was wrong with it tonight. Anyway, seems to be okay at the moment, and we're getting some decent subs. So, cheers. Here's to some trouble-free viewing. I'll let you know how we get on. Okay, so it's still really nice out there at the moment. Touch wood. The subs are coming in, they look okay, the focus looks good, the tracking looks good. Just looking at the subs, it's incredible to think that each of these little tiny points of lights are galaxies so far away that the light took incalculable millions of years to reach the instrument. Always amazes me looking at this. So yeah, it's so far things continue to be running smoothly, although it's probably the kiss of death saying that. Still getting an auto-guider total error somewhere between 0.45 and 0.65. So hopefully it will continue, and hopefully we'll continue to get more data until either give up because it gets light or I get too tired. Well, it's about 3:30 in the morning, and find out how to call it night. Winds start to come up, and the Coma Galaxy Cluster is sort of begin to hide amongst the branches of a tree which is playing havoc with the tracking. So time to call it a night, time to cut your losses and put everything to bed, including myself. So let's see what we've got tomorrow in terms of subs, and see what the results are like. So here we are in PixInsight. It's the day after the imaging session. So I'll just take you through what I've done and how I've processed the image. Okay, so after integration, what I've simply done with this image is I have done a dynamic background extraction. I have done a mass stretch. Before that, sorry, done a color calibration. I've done a mass stretch. That's essentially the results of that process. You can see all the galaxies in the image. So what I like to do for this type of image, well, this is just me anyway, I'd be interested to know what your thoughts are. You might do something different, but I use StarNet to basically remove or subtract the star field from the main image. So I've got one image of just the stars and one image just with the galaxies, and that way I can avoid bloating the stars or colouring them inadvertently. So what I tend to do is once I've split the image up, is I process them independently and then recombine them. So simply to do that, all you do is literally make sure that the create star mask has been ticked, and then you simply click on the image, and we'll skip forward because it does take a little bit of time. So once StarNet's done its thing, then you can see what it's done is it's simply separated this image into two components, one with only the star field, another one with just the galaxies. So this allows me to have a lot more control over the processing of the final image, and obviously once we've done that, we'll recombine them. Okay, so what I've done now is I have used the curve transformations to bring up the luminance levels, and also to just apply a little bit of saturation to make the galaxies pop a little. I've done very little to the stars. They look fine to me. I'm quite happy with the colours as they are, and so now it's time to recombine the image. Okay, so now is the time to recombine the images, and to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to use pixel math. Now I can hear a lot of you groaning when I mention the dreaded P word. But it's actually very simple to do. So all you have to do is simply ask Pixel Math to add this image to that image, and this is expression here. So all you have to do is copy in exactly what the name of this file is. Okay, and this piece here, it has to be exact so that the case is case sensitive. So in this case, it's typed in here, and then a plus sign and the name of this file here, and simply execute that, and there we have it. As you can see, it's there it is done. There it was before, there it is now. So everything's been recombined, and we're good to do any further processing that we want. example, what I usually do is I put it into something like Affinity or Photoshop just to tweak the colours slightly, or crop it or whatever. But essentially, this is almost there. It's absolutely fascinating to see virtually every point of line in here is a galaxy. Well, folks, that's the end of that session. Interesting object to image. You got any thoughts on it? I'd love to hear them, particularly on processing. Again, let me know, post it in the comments section. Feel free to press the like button if you did, obviously, and also please feel free to subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, it just means that you get an update or notification when similar content is posted. Thanks again for watching, and remember, keep watching the skies.
Watch the sky everywhere. Keep looking. Keep watching the sky.